Piss off, you mongrels!
And away we go with more Sonic. Thank you for watching, all of you who just closed the video immediately at the sound of my voice. But yes, we just love Sonic the Hedgehog on this channel, don't we? I mean, after all, he is the fastest thing alive. It said so in the cartoon. And cartoons would never lie to us. Unlike Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, cartoons would never lie. So, here was that big expensive cutscene. I could do a funny edit here and have the USS Enterprise fly by in the background, but that's not that funny. So, here's Eggman, voiced by Mike Pollock, eventually, and soon to be joined by Sonic, who was voiced by Roger Craig Smith. Did you see that thing about how Roger Craig Smith is, he left as the voice actor of Sonic and then he came back several months later or whatever? Yeah, Sonic voice actor drama. Sega probably thought, well, the new guy we were gonna get asked for too much money. Kyle Massey from Disney Channel asked for too much money, and also he's a pedophile, so let's see if we can get Roger Craig Smith back. Why, you can't say that. Okay, so Sonic's running real fast, like he always does. Gosh, how expensive do you think it was to render this cutscene? I think it cost $5, maybe $10. Sega's not exactly known for spending large sums of money on things. That's why their streams always get fucked up, because they just have the uh-oh, Sonic's being restrained by a metal hand. Don't tell DeviantArt. You don't want to see the unspeakable things that they'll come up with. And now he's a Super Saiyajin, or whatever the people on forums say. It always pissed me the hell off how people on message boards wouldn't say Super Saiyan, they'd have to say Super Saiyajin, because that's the official Japanese pronunciation. Get fucked. So, there goes the ship. It's the sinking of the Lusitania as visualized by Sega people. Yep-a-rooney. And Eggman's going through the tunnel like in that scene from Star Wars where they blew up the Death Star. No, that's not funny. Fuck that. No, Sonic, please don't fly up my ass and then expand to a great size and cause me to explode. Remember when people said that was gonna happen in the Avengers movie? They're gonna defeat Thanos by having Ant-Man crawl up Thanos' ass and expand to full size. Uh-oh, Sonic's being restrained for the second time. I think somebody on the animation team at Sega just had a fetish of sorts. They gotta cram in Sonic being tied up as many times as possible. It's the second time in 3 minutes that's happened. Now they gotta torture him a little bit too. I wonder if they're gonna have that one part where Sonic makes that stupid face as he's being electrocuted. I don't think Eggman normally sounds like that. That was weird laughter. Did they get a substitute voice actor for that one scene? A laugh stunt double, as it were? Eggman's just going right for it. He's just gonna nuke the world. No more stealing the big colorful rocks or whatever. Just let fly with the nukes, and what happens, happens. He's being real proactive about these things. So refresh my memory, but isn't the plot of this some stupid garbage about if he breaks up the world into several chunks it'll unleash a giant fire monster or something like that? It's like the Iblis trigger is gonna rise up out of the Earth's core. No, that's the wrong Sonic game. You got a skeletal hand. I'm sorry I bumped the mic. Sonic's Mickey Mouse gloves have been torn right off of his hands. This all feels very DeviantArt-esque. You know, transformations and all that. So there's the Iblis trigger or whatever. I think they call him something different in this game, but functionally that's what he is. A brilliant success. I've turned Sonic into a DeviantArt abomination. And Eggman Land is his big goal here. He wants to create a Jurassic Park, but with Eggman things. Good lord, this cutscene's going on for a while.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Let's cut to the chase here. I don't have all day to watch cutscenes, and neither do you. So there's Chip. If you've ever watched any Dave Chappelle stand-up specials, he always references his white friend Chip. And there he is. We finally get to see him in person. The whole time he was just a little floating cat goblin thing or whatever. Yep, so I'm sure you're all familiar with Sonic Unleashed is split up into day and nighttime levels. Oh yeah, the homing attack's fucking stupid in this game. See here, I thought you just had to press the jump button twice to do it, 'cause that's how it's always been, but they made it a separate button for some stupid reason. Good job, Sega. We're all so proud of you. So yeah, anywho, this is one of the daytime levels. It's basically styled like a Sonic Adventure 3D segment. And then you got the nighttime where it's like a crappy God of War clone. It's a lot harder to time the QTEs in this, by the way. I think that's like an Xbox Series X thing, because the game runs a lot faster than it did originally on the 360, but it runs a bit too fast at points to the point where you really can't time the QTEs correctly. Or maybe I just suck. Both are equal possibilities. God, I have a splitting headache. I can feel it in my damn teeth. You ever get one of those? It's like on your back molars. It's just awful. How am I gonna make hilarious Sonic jokes at this rate? Okay, here we go. Hilarious Sonic joke. Sonic walks into a bar and he says, hey, can I get a drink? And then the bartender turns around and it's a former Sega of America president, Bernie Stoller. And Bernie Stoller says, we don't serve... I don't have a punchline in mind here. Then Bernie Stoller pulls out an AR-15 and mows everybody down. The end. And this one-note character here, his thing is that he likes to eat food a lot. A basic survival need for all human organisms. That's his personality. It's basically one level above having a character whose entire personality is that he needs to breathe air and drink water. I can kind of tell why they never reused this character. It's fucking stupid. Give me the ice cream, Kyle Herbert. that is who was voicing that guy. Kyle Herbert's basically in every anime and every Japanese video game. He was Knuckles and Adult Gohan, and I think he was in Puyo Puyo Tetris or something. He's all over the place. Yeah, what was that? Let's go look at that weirdo back there. It's like a cross between like a traditional Chinese outfit and like a Hasidic Jew almost. Let me do a funny... Okay, I guess we're not gonna talk to him. But let's try to imagine what he would have said if we had spoken to him. Hey, vey, would you look at that? There's a big blue thingamawhat's hopping up and down our streets. I ain't never seen nothing like it. There's my impression of an old Jewish man. We gotta go to BernieSanders.org. Okay, so that previous level was just the preamble to what we're looking at here. Here's the real daytime level. Gotta go fast, as they say in the cartoon. So here's a thought. So I saw some Scott the Wise videos in my recommended. Again, I swear, every frackin' day with this guy. I think I saw like maybe one Scott the Wise video back in like 2018, and they're still trying to just ram him down my throat, and I don't care. But anyway, I think I came to a realization as to why Scott the Wise is as popular as he is. I think Scott the Wise is essentially just soy boy AVGN. I mean, think about it. The structure of the show is essentially the same. Grr, I'm angry at the video game, blah. And I have the one video game that I'm extra angry about. For AVGN, it was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and for Scott the Wise, it's a Chibi Robo Ziplash, because that's just the trope of game reviewers, the one that makes you extra angry. But anyway, it's all just AVGN's format, but like, kind of like, I guess, repurposed as to be more appealing to soy boys. I guess AVGN was too threatening, so in order to better appeal to the Redditor demographic, they got like a 19-year-old who weighs 90 pounds, and he never actually gets that angry, and otherwise he might offend somebody or something. So yeah, that's the essence of what Scott the Wise is. Soy boy AVGN. You think Scott the Wise is gonna see this? Probably not. Dearie. You still watching this? I'd be god damn it. That's the thing with Sonic games, the obstacles come on a bit too fast. But anyway, I'd be legitimately impressed if you chose to spend your time watching a Sonic Let's Play today. There's lots of other fun things you could go out in the world and do. You could go to a nice restaurant, or you could climb a mountain, or you could pay somebody to jerk you off at the bus stop. The possibilities are endless. And yet you came here. Gosh, I should really stop berating my own viewers. I've only got like 2 of them. Jeez. Is this almost done? Okay, my headache's not getting any better, so let's just end it here. You all know how this story ends. The colorful blue woodland creature goes fast, and he picks up the shiny ring things. Good night, everybody. Well, I'll tell you what, you probably still want to see the end of the level at least, so I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna bring in a substitute Let's Player to finish off this video, and he can read off some literary classics. He'll read you a nice story from the olden days as we watch the rest of this gameplay. So please welcome the substitute Let's Player.
Hello everyone. It's me, the substitute Let's Player. Thank you for having me. Tonight, we're going to read an excerpt from The Sun Also Rises, by Ernest Hemingway. Robert Cohn was once middleweight boxing champion of Princeton. Do not think that I am very much impressed by that as a boxing title, but it meant a lot to Cohn. He cared nothing for boxing, in fact he disliked it, but he learned it painfully and thoroughly to counteract the feeling of inferiority and shyness he had felt on being treated as a Jew at Princeton. There was a certain inner comfort in knowing he could knock down anybody who was snooty to him, although, being very shy and a thoroughly nice boy, he never fought except in the gym. He was Spider Kelly's star pupil. Spider Kelly taught all his young gentlemen to box like featherweights, no matter whether they weighed 105 or 205 pounds. But it seemed to fit Cohn. He was really very fast. He was so good that Spider promptly overmatched him and got his nose permanently flattened. This increased Cohn's distaste for boxing, but it gave him a certain satisfaction of some strange sort, and it certainly improved his nose. In his last year at Princeton he read too much and took to wearing spectacles. I never met anyone of his class who remembered him. They did not even remember that he was middleweight boxing champion. I mistrust all frank and simple people, especially when their stories hold together, and I always had a suspicion that perhaps Robert Cohn had never been middleweight boxing champion, and that perhaps a horse had stepped on his face, or that maybe his mother had been frightened or seen something, or that he had, maybe, bumped into something as a young child, but I finally had somebody verify the story from Spider Kelly. Spider Kelly not only remembered Cohn, he had often wondered what had become of him.
Alright, thank you for joining us, Substitute Let's Player. I kinda was hoping that would go long enough that it would take up the rest of the episode, but here we are again. That guy's got a bunch of SpongeBob jellyfish just eking out of his essence. I really hope Chip steals his ice cream back from Kyle Herbert. Oh no. And since werewolves are known for their stretchy arms, Sega put that in the game also. You do kinda wonder what goes on behind the scenes at Sega sometimes. The only way they could have made this worse is if they had a follow-up game where Sonic was a vampire instead of a werewolf, and hey, Twilight's popular and that's got vampires and werewolves in it, so let's make Sonic a vampire. Sega is a bottomless well of strange ideas. Well, if you've stayed in the video this long, I commend you. What a strange experience these past 15 minutes have been. Or 16 minutes, rather. But yeah, we're actually done now. Get out of here.